Hey everybody, quick message here for everybody this week. What an incredible time in WFG. We just literally got back from the Convention of Champions, and I don't know if I've ever seen a convention like that. And you know, I say that every single time I go to convention. I say, this one was better than the last one. And every single year, that just keeps happening. It doesn't matter what's going on in the company. It seems like people keep becoming better speakers. And the people that are running this company, I mean, I'm talking about our leadership, are always finding ways to make things better. And so, anyway, hey, just a couple things I wanted to make mention this message. Number one, and there's some administrative things in here, but number one, I want everybody to know that our Edmonton BPM has gone from Tuesdays to Mondays. So it's every Monday night at 7 o'clock, we're running our corporate overviews. Now, part of that is we also have training on Mondays now, too. So we have a full-timers meeting from 5 o'clock to 5:30. Then we have a base shop meeting from 5:30 to 6:30. We Mozone from 6:30 to 7. And then from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we have training as well. I mean, obviously, that's the normal training. And, of course, recognition and wind-up afterwards. So what that means as a hierarchy, we'll have Edmonton on Mondays, Fort McMurray on Tuesdays, and then Halifax and the East Coasters usually on Wednesdays, and as well as most of those cities, including Halifax, will be running Saturday BPM, and that would include New Brunswick as well in there. So anyway, aside from that, just a couple more things that I want to make mention to. I'm not too sure if I did this in the last message, but I want to congratulate Mr. Ryan Jeffries on his $50,000 watch that he earned this last month. And you know, I've had this here on my desk for a little while now, Ryan, and I'm looking forward to giving it to you this weekend. And for those of you that haven't seen it, they actually changed the rings and the watch, and the watch looks pretty cool. That's the new WFG Success watch, and I went and ordered one myself as well, and decided to kind of hang up my fun watches and wear our company stuff. But aside from that, we also had a big move this month from a couple of our licensed agents. We had Blair and Brelin, who were in Fort McMurray, have decided to actually move to the East Coast and really get WFG going for them out there, and join hands with Megan Hamper and Chelsea Ferguson and really Rebecca Olton as well, and creating a really strong presence in New Brunswick and in the East Coast. And you know, a lot of great things happening all over the place. You know, obviously there's promotions and things like this. We just had a big emergency conference, or I guess we'll Skype meeting, conference call. Some of you were on it, some of you were not. But one of the challenges, and I don't want you to forget this challenge that I laid out, was for everybody on that call, and for those of you receiving this message, to go and get your first promotion in the next 4 months, and that was 120 days. Our company launched a huge initiative to go and help 100,000 families in 100 days, and our way of contributing to that is going and getting our next promotion in 120 days. Use this 100,000 families in 100 days promotion as a way to drive your business over the next 100 days, and then earn that promotion in the last 20. So for some of you, that's an SMD promotion. For some of you, that's an MD promotion. You know, and I don't want you to think that either one of those things is easier or harder, because quite frankly, you know, it takes 5 licenses to get to MD, it takes another 5 licenses to get to SMD. So whether you're an MD with 5, needing another 5, or you're a brand new person trying to get to MD and get 5, it's still 5 licenses. Now, part of that is, how do we actually earn that next promotion? Well, we can't do it without recruiting and building. Without doing those things, it's actually literally impossible to earn that promotion. So where do we start? We have to get really good at prospecting. Okay, prospecting has never been as important as it is right now. This is how we build our businesses, okay? We've got to get extremely good at meeting people. That's number 1 is prospecting. Number 2 is talking to people. You know, getting very, very good at meeting with somebody, and then turning that meeting, or that interaction, that conversation, turning that into a BPM invite, and or if not a BPM invite, turning that into a kitchen table presentation, at the very least getting a name and number so that you could do one of the other at a later point in time. With that being said, again, if we become the best at meeting people, and we become the best at talking to people, we're going to start to run some large corporate overviews. Running large corporate overviews, or BPMs, presentations, whatever you want to call them, open houses, is extremely important, because in the open house we create Mozone, and Mozone is really just that energy. It's that, we call it the momentum zone, is really what Mozone stands for, but it's that energy inside of the open house where people come in and they take a look around your office or wherever, but they get to meet the people that are part of our organization and go, hey, there's something different about these kind of people. I like being around them. They're positive, they're outgoing, they're enthusiastic, they're goal-oriented, not like the people that they work with right now that are lazy, unmotivated, don't have dreams and goals, they're broke, living paycheck to paycheck, and can't do anything about it. You know, and so the atmosphere that we're cultivating is one that really people have to experience more than just tell them about. So creating that atmosphere is part of the deal, you getting to your corporate overviews, having big agent attendance. But contributing to that in terms of adding guests is also important, because the bigger the meeting is, the more of that energy there is, the more positivity you're going to have in there. And for those of you that are kind of on your own and getting good at the presentation, there's no such thing as a real bad BPM, because remember, every single person that comes to your presentation, it's their first time. Now, if it's their first time coming to a presentation, they've never seen a bad one, they've never seen a good one, all they're going to see is yours. And as long as the energy is high and enthusiasm is high, then ultimately the result is great. Now, from a great BPM, what's going to happen is you're going to have follow-up interviews. Those follow-up interviews, it's our job to then book them in between 24 to 48 hours. When we book those people in, we want to show them how we get paid, we want to talk to them about their dreams and goals, and ultimately we want to sign the associate membership agreement. When we get that associate membership agreement, we ask them for 5 to 10 character references, really. And character references aren't their old boss or the manager of Safeway or whatever. That's not what it is. A character reference is somebody that they like, or that they know, that they like, that they trust, and knows and likes them as well. Because ultimately what we're fishing for here is we're fishing for people that like and trust them. Because the people that like and trust them are usually going to give them a positive reference. We know that. There may be the odd one that doesn't. That obviously is why we're doing the reference thing as well. But when we get those references and we phone them and they say, yeah, Sally's awesome, she's great, I totally could see her work in the financial industry, so on and so forth, then the main question we ask is, okay, well, Sally, I figured you'd say that about Sally, but listen, she's going through her apprenticeship program right now and needs help with that. She figured you might be able to help her with that. Ultimately, what that means is that, in order for her to finish this, her field experience is going between 10 to 15 training appointments where I do a presentation, she sits there and takes notes, and that presentation has to be in front of a couple, a married couple, generally speaking. I present who we are, what we do. You sit there, you get to ask as many questions as you want. She sits and takes notes. You don't have to share your financial information, but you just have to go through the motion. Would you be willing to help her finish her apprenticeship? And of course, what do you think people say? They say yes. And then when that happens, we go and we present, and usually we gather info. And then guess what? We invite out to the next corporate overview, and the cycle continues. And and that's the way that we're going to go make a difference in this country. We can't do it with this onesie twosie stuff. We have to go do something bigger. So, I want to encourage all of you to reach down and look deep within yourself and start to ask yourself, are you performing at your best? And if you're not, ask yourself why. My personal feeling is that if you're not performing at your best, it's because you forget what your dreams and goals are. So every single morning, wake up, read the affirmations, read your dreams and goals, and then turn that or make that fuel to actually go and do the things that you need to be doing in your day. If you're not doing that, sometimes you run out of gas and you get tired and you get lazy and you lay down or you have a nap or whatever. But those dreams and goals, they fuel you, they get you fired up, and people want to follow people with dreams and goals. So that's my message for you right now. Lots of great things going on. Really our next two SMDs that we're counting on to get this EMD promotion and beyond is going to be Abigail Danik and Ryan Jeffries. I know that really the guy that's in the hunt right now for an MD promotion, we're looking at Tim Weldon in Fort McMurray, very, very focused on that. We've got a lot of very motivated associates, here in Edmonton and really, quite frankly, throughout our entire hierarchy. But now we've got to take that motivation, that inspiration, and that energy, and we've got to convert it into results. So let's make an effort to do that this week. It's great. It's great that you guys are all plugging into these things. Our website, by the way, just a little thing before I end. The website, the username is Dunbar, and the password is 100KRING. Okay, so that's 100KRING, and the password is Dunbar, no capitals, just all Dunbar. The website address, again, just for those of you that have forgot, is teamslideedge.ca. So take advantage of the resources we have. These messages in the future we posted there, but for now, I'm going to email them out to all of you. Have a fantastic and awesome day. See you at the top.